It's just that I love reading. And I'll just read anywhere I can. Or anywhere I'm really allowed to. I'm not allowed to read when I'm having a bath. That would have been cool, but my books would get wet.
Studies say that people are reading less now in 2014 and reading more in 1978. Do you like reading? Did you read more as an adult or as a kid?
I'm kind of a nerd, so I get through pretty much a book every week.
Probably an hour or two a day.
I'd have to say probably at least an hour a day.
What I like about reading? I like how it works my brain and how I can get lost in a story and read for hours and hours and not even realize that the time went by.
Thank you.
Puts me to sleep.
You get to learn new things all the time.
Thank you.
Yep, that's it.
I like that it extends my vocabulary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Oh, you learn all kinds of interesting things when you read. It's really a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I can be alone when I read, and I can stop thinking about all the little problems that I have during the regular work day, and I feel like I learned something when I read a book.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like how it makes me feel like I'm in a different place.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. About reading.
Without reading, it takes me to a faraway place.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
It lets you into a different world that you don't know.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like it because you never know what's going to happen next.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love reading because, like, I just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, but I read so many books about everybody that climbed Mount Kilimanjaro so that I could know everything they went through and all of their hardships and all their joys, and it helped me to prepare myself so well, and then I could also sort of have my own experience and then compare it to theirs and feel like I'm one of the club. So reading just opens a whole other world that we would know nothing about if we didn't do it.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
I like to learn stuff.
Thank you. Have a nice What was your favorite book as a child?
Madeline.
Ooh, I love that book.
You know The Giving Tree? By
Yeah,
Charles
I
Stevens?
love that book.
That was my favorite when I was your age.
Why?
Probably Sleeping Beauty. Peter Pan.
Ooh.
Because I love that he could fly.
Oh my gosh, my favorite book when I was a kid would be Where the Wild Things Are.
How old are you?
8 or 9.
8 or 9. I think I liked a book called Gulliver's Travels.
What was it?
The Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh,
What I really liked to read was about like making experiments in science. So that was my favorite.
You know, it might have been like there was Mark Twain, like Huckleberry Finn or Tom Sawyer, I think maybe.
Blanche-Neige in French.
Blanche-Neige, Snow White.
Ouais.
Shell Silver Sea, Light in the Attic.
Why'd you like
The Engine That Could.
Classics or literature, novels.
Mystery.
I like short stories, actually.
Nonfiction.
Magical realism.
Confessional memoirs.
I will know the Bible, I guess.
Written, I like the series of books written by John Grisham. You know, he always writes about lawyers and stuff that happens in the South, so I love his books.
Oh my gosh. Well, it changes all the time.
Well, there's tools, technology tools that help enable more reading, but there's also a lot of tools and gadgets where we spend a lot of time instead of reading.
It depends. It's good for children because children are interested in technology. Children will want to pick up and read and find out how to do things.
For example, I might have a magazine on my iPad and a lot of books, so I'm carrying around everything in one, so I'm spending more time reading. Like I might be on the train or on the bus or waiting to pick up at school.
I think that you read more, but you read more like on websites and on the internet, but I think maybe that people read less books than before.
Do you read more on a device or do you read more on an actual book?
I read more on an actual book.
How have electronics changed your reading?
That's a good question. I guess when I travel, I take a device with me so I can take more books.
That answers our third question.
Oh, okay.
I read more on actual books. Devices, paperback books. I mostly read online.
Oh, I read on my iPad. Yeah. I read a lot more because now I don't have to carry around a bunch of books. Now I have all of them.
I just bought a device, so now I'm more on a device.
Okay.
Question. I would say equally. Documents I read on a computer and books, content, fiction, non-fiction, I still read in books.
How have electronics changed your reading?
It made it much easier for me to read content. I'm a Broadway producer, so I read a lot of content electronically, budgets and schedules, so it helps me a lot. Better than on paper.